We've been married for 27 years, and today we are going to go through a few of the things in our past married life that we decided are just never going to be okay. Okay, so number one, we used to go to some concerts at Hershey Park, was a great venue.
First of all, can I say something?
Yes.
If you're here for diet nutrition advice, this is probably not going to be the video for you. I shouldn't tell people not to watch, but please watch anyway. And go ahead.
Yeah, but there's no sciencey stuff today.
No, this is actually our anniversary present to each other.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we don't have to do any kind of research this week.
Yeah, we don't have to think.
Right.
All right.
So we live very near Hershey, Pennsylvania, or Hershey Park. They have a pretty good concert venue. And we used to go to a number of concerts there. And a number of years ago, I don't know, probably 15 years ago.
Easily.
I don't know, when we went to the Paul Simon concert.
Why deny the obvious time? Why deny the obvious time?
Because he had, I think the album, or well, back then they did albums, right? Yeah. It was called Rhythm of the Saints, had come out, and I liked the song Obvious Child. It's got a really good percussion kind of riff through it. The interesting thing was, I mean, this is 15 years ago, we were the youngest people there. I think by far.
That's very true.
Yeah. And the other funny thing is that this is on a stage and everybody's kind of sitting in the grass. It's like a smaller, intimate kind of thing. I had never smelled so much pot in my life. I mean, good Lord. And I kept thinking, well, these people are older. They can probably afford really good stuff. I don't know. You and I have never been kind of into that. So, so anyway, we get sitting down, the big, I see the kettle drums, all this stuff up on the stage, and I'm thinking, awesome, I'll be really, really anxious to hear that song. And we stayed till the end and they never played it.
It'll never be okay.
It'll never be okay.
All right. So that's one.
You hear about that all.
I do. I have to hear about this all the time.
Every time we hear that song,
I've totally blanked it out of my mind.
I say that, they never played that at the concert.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on to number two, another concert-related story.
We don't go to that many concerts.
But
we've been disappointed.
We don't go to any concerts anymore. And this is another Hershey Park story. So they used to have a thing inside the park, the Amphitheater, which was a covered stage and a covered audience, but open on the sides to the weather. And it was concrete and, like a big bowl-shaped thing. And during the summer, if you had a season pass to go in, they would just have different acts come in there. And if you were in the park for any reason, you could just stop into the amphitheater and watch them. And we saw Joan Jett, we saw Survivor, we saw Little River Band, America. Yeah. I mean, there were some really great acts that came in there. Mm-hmm. Well, so Fog Hat came in one night. Now, and you're not a big Fog Hat fan, but I really, I like to hear the song Slow Ride. I mean, that's my favorite Fog Hat song. I was also hoping to get a Fog Hat t-shirt, with their kind of logo, their letter logo. But that night, we're in the park. Our daughter is being babysat by your parents. Mm-hmm. And this huge thunder and lightning storm rolls through. So they actually closed all the rides in the park, but they left the amphitheater open. Now, they did delay everything, but it was raining so hard that these concrete steps inside the amphitheater, the water was just like cascading down. Mm-hmm. And they finally got started with this concert, and every song they played turned into like a 20-minute guitar jam. And I am very appreciative of good guitar playing. Yeah. You're not that crazy about it.
I've never been real musical.
But, if we would have had some of that stuff from the Paul Simon concert breathing in, maybe it would have been a little bit more tolerable. But I'm waiting for Slow Ride because, we got to go pick up our daughter.
It was pretty miserable.
I'm just like,
it was really wet.
All right, next song, play Slow Ride. And it would just drag on and on and on. And we finally had to leave. I mean, it just got too late, and I never heard Slow Ride by Fog Hat. So, again,
it'll
never be okay. So, number three.
Is not music related.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
It's just, So, I think this was last year or the year before.
Probably 2 years ago.
Yeah. So we we've started doing a little bit more traveling in the summer, been able to enjoy some vacations, and we decided to get our TSA PreCheck. And if you don't fly and if you don't travel a lot, you can actually go through this process where they do a background check and they fingerprint you and all this stuff. And then you can go into the quick line when you go through security in the airport. You don't have to take your shoes off, unless they have metal in them. You don't have to take your computers out of your bags, anything out of your bags. You just kind of cruise through, and it's usually a very short line, and you get through very quick. We actually flew into Denver, and we had to do our interview with TSA in Denver.
Is that where we did that?
We did.
Yeah.
And they said, well, you get something in the mail or whatever, we'll let you know when, you've got your TSA number.
Yeah.
So I think it was 4 or 5 days later, we're flying out, and we check in curbside, grab our boarding passes, and head downstairs. And if you've been in Denver Airport, it's, most big airports, it is just horrendous. And we're in the serpentine line for like 45 minutes.
More, yeah.
Move a little bit, move a little bit, move a little bit. And they must have had like 8, like scanner things going. I mean, there was like a ton of people there. And I'm holding these boarding passes the whole time in my hand. And we finally get up to the agent there and hand her my boarding passes and our stuff. And she goes, "Oh, well, did you know you had TSA PreCheck on these? You could have used a PreCheck line."
Yeah.
It'll never be okay.
That will never be okay.
It'll never be okay.
We determined at that moment that will never be okay.
I had grabbed
we will never get those 15, 20 minutes back.
And my thumb is covering the thing that says TSA PreCheck. Yeah, and we're going, so now we've got to go through the whole thing.
Yeah, we got to take off our shoes, take out our computers.
And we're just looking at each other. It's like, it'll never be okay.
This will never be okay.
Ever. So those are things that we still remember. There's a lot of good times that we remember though too.
There are many good times. Maybe we'll do that on our 28th anniversary.
Yes.
Yeah. This was a freebie for us.
Yeah, this is a freebie. So we are actually headed to Nashville for a few days for our anniversary, and really hoping to take in some good music and see some good artists, and maybe we'll bump into Carrie Underwood.
Yeah, I hope if we go see a band that they play whatever. Maybe you shouldn't get your expectations up.
I could just request something.
You could.
I could.
All right, let's do that.
That would be, yeah. Do you know why I like Carrie Underwood so much?
Why? Because your wife does?
Well, yeah, that. Yeah. Plus, she married an excellent hockey player.
Yeah.
So she's a smart woman. Mm-hmm. Smart women always marry hockey players.
Oh, are you do you consider yourself a hockey player? I guess.
Wow.
Okay. All right, we'll have something for next week.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, life is ups and downs, but you know what? Stick with it. It's well worth it.
It is.
Thanks for staying this long. We love having you guys as part of our family, and hope this was fun to watch. And we will be back, honestly, next week with some science. Thanks so much. Please subscribe. We'll see you then.
We'll see you.
Bye.
Well, we have been...
Oh, I'm supposed to be happy about this. Go ahead. Go.
We've been married for 27 years.